So hello and good afternoon. Uh, in front of you, you have the internals. Like always, it's about 17 minutes since the market opened and wondering what's going on with gold, what's going on with Netflix, and let's do the routine to set our objectives and the price action. First of all, we take a picture of the internals. We go to Discord and paste it in the daily intraday time frame, and we get mixed internals, infotech down, and ES flat. So there's no clear direction so far. And when I say mixed internals, the first thing that I look is at this box here. So there is money coming out from the New York Stock Exchange. It is money coming into the NASDAQ. Right? If you want this screen, I can send you the link to download. It's something I had been using for 20 years. So it provides information from the inside of the markets. The second thing that I do is I open these links and let's review how the market was as of yesterday's close. So we start the day fresh. Like this is how other players are looking at the market. So finally, we do see a continuation in Nikkei. Still the range in Shanghai, and we can see small range. Let's say okay, Europe and the US, right? So far, is going to move. It literally is not going to stay here for long. You know, we can draw on the S&P 500 this line. You can see double top or no, but it's going to break. It's not going to stay there for long, right? It might take 1 week, it might take 1 month, but it's not going to stay there. So in the daily candle, we have still inside of that Friday range, and in monthly candles, we are positive. Look, let me remove the picture from here. In the quarterly candles, we have this quarter. It was the second quarter. Then positive, taking the high, now exploring new highs. So the quarterly candles and the monthly candles are still looking very good. What had happened in the last few days? Let me remove this picture out of the way. So we had this drop. That was the Friday. Then the Monday, we had a very strong day, above 1.7, I think it was, around 1.7. Consolidation back and forth. And yesterday, we had a strong day to the upside. This is the NASDAQ 100. Similar picture. We can see NASDAQ. No, you cannot see. Here you can see NASDAQ. It's above this. Oops, let me erase this. It is trading above the close of this Friday. And gold, you remember, I mean, I'm sure you probably remember when gold was 62, 63. So now I had 2 days of weakness, and oil continued to see weakness. And now I mean, gold, it's 57% year to date. You know, it dropping 5% in a few days or in a few sessions is not the end of the world. However, we want to see if these sectors here, financials, materials, and healthcare, are pulling back or getting stronger, right? So far, here, let me erase the defensive sectors, energy, consumer staples, and consumer discretionary, and healthcare are not having the best of the year, correct? And now I realize this could be better there. What's going on in the macro picture? Similar in the US, no change. And here is what we need to see, because there has been some changes. Seems I already draw the box. Gold, as of yesterday, right? The close of yesterday, we had a minus 1.2 negative on the week, on the last 7 trading days. And Bitcoin 4.2 negative. This Bitcoin has been going down for the last 90 days. Gold just started going down. At least it shows down in the last week. It was positive in the last 14 days. It was very positive in 13 days, similar to silver. Something to highlight here is Nikkei positive. Is the strongest on the last week. If I recall this, it is the strongest. NASDAQ 100 and emerging markets, very strong. Eurostock, very strong as well. With this, we close the daily charts. We go to the news of the day. Let's go to open news, top news. Let's see what we have. Netflix disappointed. Netflix is down. Let me go if it continues down. So you can see the drop overnight is 7%. This is a gap down. Our little indicator is, oops. It is showing a red candle, a red bar, which shows this gap. And now what we have here is we want to know if there is weakness. So we draw this level here, and let's create an alert that if it trades below this level, sound, and I will add the email there. I will add the email. So this is the Netflix play. The other on the bull side is, hey, let's see if it breaks the high of today and consolidate. I will watch it day by day. This is Netflix disappoints. And what we can see is gold slide continues today. Gold Tambor. If you see let me go and translate for you my tweet, right? Let me see, what do I have from. So here, 1 second. Let me show you exactly what I want. We go to here. It's asking me to sign in. Then all the security questions. 1 second, this is going to take a few a few seconds because of the double identification. Oh, sorry. Next. Enter the code. This is when I should put some music on the stream, right? Incorrect. Oh. Yes, this is incorrect. So I'm gonna go here, Twitter. 028. Okay, finally. And in, so if I go to my profile and open this tweet, put it here. So this is what I said in Twitter this morning. Gold is giving us a lesson on statistics. The movement yesterday of 5.7 down is atypical. It's a 4.5 sigma. This will not happen in a normal world. It would have to happen once every 240,000 days of trading. However, drops between 4.5 and 6 had happened 34 times since 1971, or saying about 0.26% of the days, right? Every 13,000 days versus 240,000. So gold, we know, is volatile, right? And because of the speed of the gain, it is expected to have a big retracement. Now the question is, what I want to know, duplicate. It's here. Bulls should get notice. Get to work. Let's say to work. Right? Can I make that bigger? Style, width, style, color. I want the text bigger. I don't see that. Boots should get to work in this area, right? Let me change it. Activate drawing to 4,000. We are so close. 4,000. Let me see. Right, should get there. They were almost there, and I could say fine. They tried. So far, it's almost flat on the day, and let's see how that flatness became. Here we open this, and this is the potential shorts that I mentioned the other day, and the level the drops yesterday were very fast, high. Last night holding a little bit below, above the low, then drops very fast at 7, this is New York time, 7 p.m. to 4,020. The recovery double bottom just before it opened, and now a little more of a retracement. And the question here is, well, we don't know. It's going higher or a real retest of this low. As you know, like we have long-term positions on gold, and we want gold to go higher, but it is healthy for a pullback. How deep can the pullback go? I mean, we remember we did the Fibonacci the other day, but let me do the oval. I would not be surprised. Oh, sorry. I would not be surprised if we go in here. I would not be. That area sounds okay. What else? Going back to the news, gold, main menu, Netflix, gold. In the last 24 hours, latest news. Companies, US companies, last 24 hours. And this is from yesterday. Netflix, tax disputes in Brazil, US Senate, Apple. Okay, this is from a few hours ago. How is Apple doing after this? It's down after all-time highs. I think it was all-time highs, right? Down, yes, all-time highs. Now it's right at all the previous all-time highs, the consolidation. And this is a place where if you want to be with a good internals, or Infotech turn positive, this would be helpful. So Apple going down. Back to the news. Novo Nordisk, this is what we mentioned yesterday. The Fed expected to cut rates twice. Okay, that's what I read a few days ago. So it's I think it's recycle. Chevron, Netflix. Okay, nothing that it will move the market right now, right? I mean, this is what it says. US stock snapshot. opened muted on Netflix earnings. Okay, so with this, we can go to see levels on the ES and levels on the NQ. Daily charts. So yesterday we had an indecision candle. This is what I call indecision candle on the top of the range. I want to see NASDAQ, where we had similar candle, indecision candle. Let me erase it. Indecision candle on the top of the range. Today started like this as well, but I don't think it's going to end up like this. We are still inside of this range. Let me put it here so it's clear. We are still inside of this range. But that's much worse. So let's wait and see. The truth is that the all-time high was the day before of this range. So if we pierce out of this, is a new high. So all the bears, I mean, for me now, it's all the bears that were here, they were proven wrong. If they didn't take profit here and here, like we mentioned, right? They had two opportunities to take it down. And if they didn't, they missed the boat. This is the day that we're super happy. Then this was a good opportunity to take shorts, to cover the shorts, right? If they didn't, then the next day they suffer. Then the second great opportunity was right here. If they didn't, right, which, I was under the impression they would test at least this low. They didn't. Now they're feeling the pain. We had a gap up, no gap up. We broke this triangle that we drew the other day. Close at the high of the day. Now two indecision candles so far. So in my opinion, is whoever's still shorts is suffering. I mean, you cannot be making money in the S&P 500 if you're short, right? You can be loading shorts here, waiting for from the October open level. That's a key. Edit properties. Let me put that red and make it thicker. So that's a level that we can say, okay, turn negative in the month and then continuation down. Now we have a new weekly high that is here. It was yesterday, right? 89. Yeah. $89. The new weekly high that was tested today. It was very, very close and it was rejected, right? So here we can see this. Better. Activate, move it right there. And so far, it's not pushing. The internals are mixed and very, very slow day. What do we have? What else do we have to cover? Sectors. In the last 5 days, let me make this bigger. So in the last 5 days, we have utilities down, financials down, flat until here, which is industrials positive, technology sector positive, real estate positive, same with energy, consumer discretionary, and the healthcare. The strongest of all, healthcare. Very interesting. So we go here, healthcare. Yeah, we mentioned it was in a bit of a mess, but now it's at least testing new highs. Recent highs, right? Recent highs. We can say new highs is here. There. 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 You go there. Okay, so that with this we conclude the daily routine, and looking forward to see more trading today. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.